to shut a whole country down like this and be proud about it.
I know, right? Your father would be so proud of you, listening to you.
I learned a lot from Daddy.
Yeah,
let me tell you.
For sure.
This is definitely something that we should all be embarrassed.
Absolutely.
We should be. In the morning, every morning, I usually watch Morning Joe from 6 to 9 on MSNBC.
Oh, yeah, we watch that too.
And they go over the newspapers and they show the headlines, not only in different states, but in different countries. And they're talking about the government shutdown, and basically, we should be ashamed of ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. What can I say?
But, Lisa, I have to thank you for the birthday wishes, for calling up.
I'm so happy that you're doing this. I think it's great. I really do.
Well, let me tell you, when Felix came to me with the idea and told me, well, he didn't really tell me what he was doing. He just said, if you're free on Friday night, he said, you have to come over.
Yeah.
So I told him, when I come back from shul, I'll be more than happy. Yeah, right.
I'm sure, right.
Yeah. But I did, and, when I saw what he was doing, and let me tell you, at the beginning, it was a real struggle. We were playing more music than talking.
Yeah.
Now,
because it's hard to just to keep talking endlessly.
Yeah.
Well, now we're really not allowed to play music because of copyright laws.
Right.
So we're billed as a talk show, and that's why if anybody calls up, we will be more than happy to talk about anything that they want to talk about. Because
that's less talking we have to do.
Not only that,
how much
this
can
is
you
our
talk?
Felix. This is our radio show about what?
About nothing.
About nothing. Exactly.
You'll
so
be like
I mean,
Seinfeld.
That's how I fashion it. Seinfeld had the TV program, which Robin is an aficionado of.
Yes.
And we have the radio part of that.
That's
right.
But
who knows where you'll be? Who knows where you're going to be? 6 months from today or a year. How many people will know you?
Well, I expect
to be right here.
To be invited. I expect to be invited to the White House with you, Felix.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it.
I mean, the president has lesser people than us. So why not us?
Absolutely. And Felix, I look forward to meeting you. I live upstate, but one day I'll get down there.
Okay, great. That's one other thing I want to say. In every other country, when people are displeased with the government, they vote them out. Here, we're displeased with 90% of the people are displeased with the Congress. And when it comes to voting, 90% are going to get reacted.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make any sense?
It's true. It's amazing. And that as you said, 90% of the people are against Congress. But when these people run again in 2014, the majority of them are going to be reelected.
90%. It's every time, every election happens.
Oh, you 90%. Have 6 followers. Now you have
Get a load of this.
No. Followers is not people who are listening. They're actually checked off somewhere in the Spreaker that they follow us. I don't know exactly.
No, you know what it is, Lisa?
What?
We set up 6 computers with dummies in front of them.
Okay. Right? What does that make me, a dummy?
No, you're a talking dummy. You're a live dummy.
I'm the live one, right?
No, I never knew exactly. I never knew what the followers were, but somebody that just put down that they're following me. They actually, like you do with Twitter, and you follow people. Except I don't tweet. So
Felix, we have been remiss. We've been talking to my sister for so long. Lisa, if you or your friends want to reach us, other than the phone number, which is 516-665-1860, we have Spreaker.
We have Skype.
Skype and Spreaker.
No, Spreaker is not.
No, Spreaker is what we're talking over.
We're talking over.
Exactly.
As you can see, we get a little confused. We have a.
See, I'm just so excited, Lisa, that you called.
You can also.
I hear you.
People can Skype us from all over the world. Our Skype ID is Trucking to Heaven, and we'll be glad to talk to anybody and everybody.
And they can send in their questions, and we'll be more than happy. If they can't listen, we'll be more than happy to address their questions over the air.
Or they can email us.
And Lisa, make sure you tell Ted that you were on the air with us.
I will, and I want you to know I just put a photo in of myself, and it's a family picture from when we were little.
Those were the best.
Yeah, Daddy, Mommy, you, me, Mark.
I was little, I was thin, and I had hair. Boy, oh boy.
Yes,
So-
I was such a cutie.
For Mark's
Everything I'm lacking now.
For Mark's birthday, check off that you're now now you're following us.
I'm following you, right?
I have no idea what you have to do it, but you have to check off that you follow, and also check off that you like the show.
I will. After I hang up with you, I'm going to play around with it and figure out what to do.
Well, just make sure, when I send this to you, if you don't have it, I will send it to you when Felix sends it to me.
Well,
you could send it to everybody up there, and they'll listen to you.
I know
on the radio.
Right?
But she now has the site. She has the link now. That's it. That's for every show. We already gave her. She's on.
No, but she's not listening to this one.
Yes,
I don't think. Is she?
Yes.
Is she recording it?
No, I'm not recording it.
She's not recording it. I'll send her the recording.
I can't listen to it because it's a few sentences
feedback
behind.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, but when you're done, you can listen to it again if you wanted to, because it will be recorded afterwards and stay at that site. That
Lisa, I think this is certainly something that you should share with Rabbi Schwab. You'll have the whole temple, the whole shul,
right?
The whole synagogue listening to you.
I know, right? I don't know if I could do all this. I can't talk
Just think,
forever. Like
Lisa, next stop, Las Vegas.
Yeah, really?
Yes.
And then it's Jay Leno.
Hollywood.
Jay Leno and David Letterman.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to hang up so I can play around and make sure I'm following you.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I love you, kiddo.
And happy birthday again, Mark. I love
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, that was Mark's sister. What's her name again?
Lisa.
Lisa. Okay, Lisa, thank you for calling.
Lisa Ann.
That was a fun call and gave me a long break. I didn't have to talk. That was good. I enjoyed it.
And anybody else who's out there who wants to share some thoughts with us, remember, it's area code 516-665-1860.
Or you can Skype us at Trucking to Heaven. Mark, Trucking to Heaven and what we're talking about has no correlation anymore. What we're doing.
Well, it's what got you on the air.
Yeah, it is.
So it will always be near and dear to our hearts.
We originally thought we'd like to hear from truckers and get different stories about truckers, because I've been in trucking just about all my life. But turns out other people enjoy listening to this more than truckers. Or truckers are listening and not calling in. I don't know anymore.
I'll tell you, if the truckers are on the road, the last thing you want them to do is to call in, even if they have hands-free, because, late at night, driving on those dark highways and streets,
Absolutely.
I'd rather have them pay attention to the road.
Yep.
Because if there's one thing that scared me when we used to go skiing upstate New York, and we would leave on a Friday night on the dark throughway streets, is when you see one of these big trucks bearing down at you, and you got to move over. That's the last thing I would want to see if I was a driver in front of that truck.
Yeah. Okay, let's go talk about a little bit of the government shutting down. I understand the government called back like 450,000 employees who are involved.
I think more than that, but the last thing they did was they did pass a bill to fund these workers so that even if they're not working, they will somehow be paid.
Except I don't think the Democrats approved that. I think just the Congress may have done it. I don't think the Senate approved it. But I'm not sure. I didn't listen to. Believe it or not, here I am broadcasting the news, and I haven't even listened to the news today.
Well, that's okay. We expect our listeners to call up and tell us what's going on.
Yeah, that's right. How are we supposed to know what's going on?
Listen, if they were paying us a decent wage, we would be more than happy to read every newspaper we can get our hands on. But it's not our fault that we get stuck reading the National Enquirer and What can I tell you, Felix?
Last week's edition, no less. But anyway, listen, I think it's a shame what's going on with the government. And also, Mr. Obama is getting very daring. We made two attempts at trying to snatch some terrorists. One successful, one unsuccessful.
Well, the good thing about both of them is that no loss of life on the American side, at least.
Yeah. In Libya, they were successful in capturing a known
terrorist he's been on the most wanted list for 15 years.
He had like a $5 million reward.
Yeah, going back to 1998, I believe.
Yeah. What did he do? Do you remember? Anybody know? Call us. We don't remember what he did.
I don't know.
Oh, we could look it up.
I'm so excited talking to my sister on the radio today, on the phone, that I just can't remember anything.
And we went to Somalia, and we got right out of there, but it seems like it was a trap. They were expecting us.
But thank goodness the SEAL team got out with no loss of life.
Yeah. Much more successful than the last time we were in Somalia, where we lost over 100 troops.
That was during Clinton, I believe.
So
that was Black Hawk Down. Yeah.
Matter of fact, they had I think it was 60 Minutes had something on it yesterday where they finally took the rest of Black Hawk out, the motorcycle. They took the parts out and shipped them out of Somalia.
Yes, they did.
So that was what's going on there. And then people outside of New York probably haven't heard that much about this, but this group of motorcycle club, gang, whatever you want to call them, they decided to harass this young man with his car with his 2-year-old baby and his wife, and he called the police, panicked, drove over one of them, and now he's crippled for life. They caught up with him and beat him up. It was quite ugly. They were part of this group of bikers club where there were police officers there. Some were undercover, but some were just off-duty policemen. I think one of them was a sergeant that was just off-duty, and they didn't try to intervene or stop anything, which is really a shame. And it looks like they're going to get into a lot of trouble.
Well, like I said to you before, if it was the officer who was in deep cover for over a year, I can understand him not wanting to blow his cover, but
the other cops were there. They're all part of the club, you know. I mean, policemen ride motorcycles like every other, type of or gender or type of person.
I ride a bike, Felix. I have a tricycle.
Yeah.
I can't get it above 2 miles an hour,
no,
but
I've got my training wheels. I can go up to 3.
Oh, you're better than me.
Yeah. Anyway, but that was a real embarrassing thing for New York City for something like that to happen. And this was hundreds of bikers, from what I understand.
Well, it was a large group. I don't remember how many, but
and it wasn't it was some kind of a club. It wasn't any kind of a radical club or anything. But they did say they got, I think, like 200 911 calls about these bikers riding down the wrong streets, driving down the wrong side of the street, driving on sidewalks, scaring people. These guys really got out of hand. And if there were cops in that crowd, they should have just drove away instead of being involved in something like this or control it.
And then we have the incident in Washington with that lady and her 18-month-old baby sitting in the back. She tried to storm the White House gates.